you ready to make technology work for you? Tune in to Act on Tech, the podcast where we break down the latest tech trends and show you how to boost your productivity at home and in your business. So, subscribe to Act on Tech today and visit alexcustomtech.com to see how we can take your business to the next level. That's Act on Tech, your guide to smarter tech for a smarter business. Alex Custom Tech, IT means integrity and trust.
Hello, welcome to Act on Tech, where we talk all things technology. I'm Alex of Alex Custom Tech, and I'm doing a double feature tonight. You won't be able to tell because I only release one video every Wednesday, but I recorded this back to back. So the last podcast I did was what's going on, what are we talking about quietly, given the kerfuffle with Windows 11. And we talked about how Windows is no longer the default. It's more a client now than the default operating system. And I have touched on Linux a couple of times in podcasts in the past. And this podcast entirely, my approach to this is just to give you what's going on as far as technology, how to tell you about it so you can kind of understand. You won't fully understand technology just listening to this podcast, right? I'm gonna know, false pretense. But if you listen to this podcast, you can understand some of the concepts, some of the technical jargon, because I'll talk about the tech using the technical colloquialism, and then I'll rephrase it in words that you can understand. And the reason why I'm doing this now is because when we talk about Windows as a computer, people talk about Windows. Some people don't even know that computers and Windows two different things. Some people think Windows is computers is Windows. They don't understand that a computer is just the hardware, and the operating system is what the computer uses to interact with the applications that's installed and the peripherals that you use, and the experience you have using the computer. And every operating system have a lot of things in common with other operating systems, and things they don't. Some are more user friendly, some are more back-end friendly, some are more, some are designed, some are customized, some are designed for different things. And that being said, this is a whole technology is a whole iceberg, if you want to say it like that, right? And my purpose on here really is to talk about technology because I like technology and I love it, and also to showcase my skill set and my knowledge about technology. Like I said, Alex Custom Tech is my company that I have, my MSP that I help clients, small businesses with their technology, and I make things easier for them, and I'm trying to build more clients, and people trust you when they think you know what you're doing. And I'm not pushing people away from Windows. I'm not saying that Windows is no good ever, amen. I'm saying Microsoft is doing some questionable things now, and you have alternative, you have choices. You're not stuck with Microsoft. Believe it or not, Microsoft is not the only company out there that makes operating systems. They don't want you to know that, but they're not the only ones. And there's more Linux installed on computers than there are Windows installed on computers. That's just my take on it. Okay, because a lot of servers and routers and firewalls and NAS run Linux. So we're going to talk about in this episode Linux mostly, and how to use it as an alternative to Windows. Now, I'm not saying you can completely get rid of Windows in your business, all right? But I'm leaning more towards hybrid design. I love the hybrid design. I've always used the hybrid design in my network designs before this was even a thing. I've always used it, always used it. So this is happening. I don't have to react to it because I've always implemented a hybrid network. And you might not be calling me, you're going to call me an MSP, right? But I'm going to lay out the things to think about and the distros. So we're talking about distros when it comes to Linux, is the distribution OS that you can use for your particular situation. And I'm going to try my best to be coherent and explain to you which distro, why. Okay, this is going to be very ambitious, but we're going to, the reason why I'm saying this is because Linux is a different animal than Windows. But I have confidence in you guys. I think you guys can actually do it. And I talk about it in the last podcast, like if you have 10 Windows computers in your environment, whatever business you do, install Linux on 2 of them and play around with it. Leave the other 8 for Windows, install Linux on 2 of them, get 2 of your staff members to use that to do the same work and see. And I talked about that most of the things companies do, there are exceptions, but most of the things they do require the cloud or the browser or that kind of stuff. And unless you're doing something like that's only can run on Windows, that's and that's when you can call your MSP and they can make that work on Linux, because trust me, there's a way to do that. So okay, so let's get into it. That's a lot of prerequisite, but let's get into it. So in this episode, like I said, we're going to talk about life after Windows, kinda, right? What the tech community is quietly doing and what I'm quietly doing. Okay? So, and what I want to expose to you. So, what we're going to talk about what's the next logical step, right? When we talk about Linux distributions or distributions, and that actually makes sense for your small business. This is not a Linux replace everything episode. I want to make that clear. Please, it's not. This is about realistic alternative, real use case, and chosen real use case in choosing the right tool for your job. That's a mouthful, but I want to be very careful with this episode because I don't want people to say I did Alex didn't work and whatever. All right, I'll give you a scenario about taking 2 or 1 of the computers and doing this with it, and I'm going to make sure that the website has a checklist or something that you can use to decide if you still need Windows or not, how to evaluate what you're doing with your computer, if Linux can do it instead of Windows. I'm going to try to do that on the website as a blog post for you to read through it and come up with that. And I'm working on some other stuff too, where I'm working on materials that you guys can actually download and use, but that's for later. So let's get into it a little bit. Okay, so why Linux is being considered. All right, small businesses aren't looking at Linux because it's trendy. They're looking at it because hardware requirements keep increasing, license costs add up, forced upgrade is unacceptable and create risk, stability matters more than how do I say it? I don't want to say optics. It matters more than cosmetics, right? So Linux offers something business care about more than care about. They care about control and predictability, right? Stability. Boring stability, right? You know what time the guy's coming home. You know how much money you're gonna get in your paycheck. You know you can predict it. Stability. Chaos? No. Stability. Right? But not all Linux distribution are for every business, and not all Linux distribution is business friendly. Now I have to make sure that I talk about this, because people hear Linux and they think it's Linux. Boom, that's it. It's a Linux. Right? And what's on top of it, what experience, what can it do, right? So what makes Linux distro business ready, right? What makes it business ready? Let's talk about this. This is all my opinion, guys. Other tech guys might disagree, but this is my opinion, and I'm pretty confident that, given my experience for almost 20 years, actually, I think I've been doing tech since 2009. So, wow, that's a long time. Given that, I think I can throw my hat in the ring. So, what makes a Linux distro business ready? Here's what I think. Starting with my little personal list. It's business ready when it's long-term supported, meaning that there's always community updates for it. You can always find patches for it. It's business ready when it's stable, when it's stability over bleeding edge feature. So it's more functioning, it's more utilitarian. It has a more utilitarian thing to it than just aesthetics. When it's strongly documented, so meaning that you can find something on the web about it and patch it and fix it. It's very, very well researched and documented. Remember, this is not Windows, this is Linux. You have to do a lot of the things on your own. Okay. Hardware compatible, so it runs on what you have, right? It's business ready when the updates are predictable. Okay, it's business ready when it has a large user community. So you're running a business, say you're an accountant or you're a lawyer, right? And you decide to run Linux. You want to make sure that the Linux you're running, other lawyers or other accountants run it. Okay, all right. That's when it's business ready. If a distro doesn't meet these criteria, it's not good. All right, it's not a good alternative to Windows. Are we clear on that? Okay, good. Now, best Linux distro, in my opinion, for small businesses. Here we go. Right, the one that everybody probably have heard of. If you have heard of Linux, you heard of this. Ubuntu LTS, best overall choice. Okay, bar none. Here's why it works. Long-term support over 5 years, massive community, right? People have this, right? Excellent hardware support. This thing can run on pretty much anything you have in your garage right now. You can install Linux, you can install Ubuntu on it and it will work. All right, strong commercial backing. If you want to pay for somebody for the updates and that kind of stuff, it's out there. You can pay for it. Okay, and get it supported like Windows, and close your eyes and just go to work. You don't have to worry about it. That's an option with Ubuntu. Now, what is it best for? Here's a scenario where you can use Ubuntu. It's best for workstation. Just have a computer in your little office, maybe one or two. You can use it for that, right? For servers and for hybrid Windows/Linux environment. Now, here's why Ubuntu works really good. Ubuntu works in a conjunction with Windows very easily, especially if you're doing stuff in the cloud, right? You can use both Google runs on that. Chrome runs on Ubuntu and on Windows, and so you can have pretty much the same things, and you can work on applications together and that kind of stuff. No problem. Nobody would notice anything. Ubuntu LTS is often the least disruptive and transition for small businesses moving away from Windows. What I mean is that the least destructive is mean that once you swap over to Ubuntu, you don't really notice any downtime or any lag or anything like that, because once somebody was using Windows, they could really easily transfer over to Ubuntu. It's a learning curve, but it's very small. Okay, so that's the number one recommended your Linux distro. Now, number two, okay, Linux Mint. Now, it's best for workstation-like experiences. Why does this work? Familiar desktop layout. It looks like Windows. Minimal learning curve. You could just go from that Windows to it, no problem. Stable and lightweight. Lightweight means that it's not using a lot of the resources on your computer, so it's faster. Based on Linux LTS. Now, it's best for office desktop. Like I said, you can, if you have a couple of computers in the office and you're doing most stuff on the webs, yes. It non-technical users, you don't have to be techie to use it. Business testing Linux slowly. So here's when you can do this. Linux Mint. Say you want to do that. You have a 10 computer in the office and you want to try Linux out. You can take 2 of them, install Linux Mint on it, and put people in front of those and have them play around with it. And that's it. No downtime, right? Mint is often the easiest way to introduce people to Linux. My recommend. Now again, tech guys might not agree with me, but Alex, yes, this is how you introduce them to it. I wouldn't necessarily jump them into Ubuntu right away. I would say Mint, then Ubuntu. Now, here we're going to get into the heavy stuff. Now, Debian distro. Best for stabilizing or for stable server use. For stability and servers. Why does this work? Extremely stable. Conservative when it comes to updates. Long lifespan. This doesn't break. It's like a tank. And trusted by us IT professionals. When you talk about Linux, that's what we use. Debian. Trust me, I don't want to go into it too much and get too techie and get excited, but I run my own voice over IP phone system in my office, and that's Debian running on a Raspberry Pi. Okay, and that thing is rock solid. Okay, now it's best for servers, firewall, infrastructure systems. Right? Debian is boring. I love boredom. It's boring, and that's exactly why it's trusted. Now, another one we can use, another distro, is Rocky Linux or Alma Linux, best for enterprise style servers. Now, I don't have too many customers that's as enterprise level stuff. And when we talk about enterprise, we're talking about 500, 600 users, voice over IP, servers, mail and file servers. It's just crazy equipment. Like, you have normally multiple sites and VPN, everything connect up to VPN, and you have Cisco switches to handle the volume. Okay, if you have that kind of setup, I don't have clients like that, but if that's what you got and you're saying I'm done with Windows, Rocky Linux or Alma Linux to me would be what I recommend, right? Why? Compatible to Red Hat Enterprise level Linux. So Red Hat is a distro that's enterprise level. That's what they use in the enterprise environment, and it's a long support cycle, right? Constant help. You ain't gotta worry about it. It's there, right? Designed for a production environment. Meaning this thing you can beat the hell out of this thing and it doesn't move like Superman, right? It just stands there and it just takes it and nothing can shake it. This is rock solid type stuff, right? And it's best for, and I tell you, rock solid, it's best for file servers. Now you might say, file servers, what a big. Now listen, if you're a big enterprise environment, we have hundreds of people, hundreds of computer, hundreds of stuff that's beating on the file server. This thing can take it, but you wouldn't use a NAS from Best Buy. Okay, it's gonna crash in the next five seconds as soon as you put it on that network. It's not gonna handle it, but this can handle it. Application heavy stuff. This application that people design for customized application for the business. This can handle it if everybody's using it. 800 people, 1,000 people, they're using it. This just takes it. Virtualization hosts. It hosts a lot of virtual computers. This can handle it, right? Rocky Linux, Alma Linux, best for that enterprising kind of stuff. I don't do that. If you have that kind of setup, that's fine, but I don't use that. Now, another workforce computer, OS you can use Linux based is Zoran. Zoran is best for work Windows, for workstations or window users who wanna move away from Windows, right? And even for a personal computer, right? Now, Zoran works. Here's why it works. It's polished interface, click and click, point and click. People love that, and it's Windows style layout. So if you don't, say it's not about business replacement. It's talking about residential users now, right? Zoran works really good for them. I would recommend, if you were coming to me and you say, I don't want to use Windows 11, I want to use Linux, I would say use Zoran. I wouldn't tell you to use Ubuntu, right? I would do Ubuntu Mint in a working environment with workstations, that kind of stuff. But if you are a personal person, residential, and you want to use a Linux computer, I would send you right to Zoran. I'm gonna tell you why. Point and click interfaces, Windows style layout, strong out of box experience, right? Install it, comes up, it works, right? Best for front office systems, small teams, right? And it's an easy transition from Windows, like I told before, and it's lightweight for business workload. All right, Zoran is more about user comfort than deep customization. Talk about that. So, what Linux is not, here's what we're going to go to the nitty-gritty now. What it's not for, what you shouldn't, if you have this situation, don't use Linux. Okay, common challenges include universal replacement. Okay, specialized Windows only software. So if you have a software customized and it only runs on Windows, when the guy designed it, he designed it for Windows. Don't go to Linux. Okay, unless you talk to an MSP. If some accounting or industry tools only runs on Windows, meaning install on the computer, vendor locked hardware. Some computers are locked to Windows. Don't ask me why, but when you can't use Linux. Okay, that's why most smart businesses choose hybrid environment, not all or nothing. Okay, recommended business approach: Linux for servers and infrastructure, like I told you. Windows where required. If you have no other choice, Windows, right? Browser-based apps are possible. Gradual desktop testing. You have 10 computers, run 2 Linux, and the rest is still Windows. Okay? This reduces risk while increasing flexibility. Actionable takeaway: Linux is a viable business alternative today. Talk about that before. Choosing stability over novelty, my friends. Start with infrastructure, not desktop. Okay, play around with it that way. Test before committing. Hybrid setup is my go-to. I always do that. All right, so if you're considering Linux for your business, of course, call your IMSP. Check out Alex Custom Tech. See if there's any material there. If you want, you can email me at info@alexcustomtech.com. And I enjoy talking about this. It was fun. Until next time, stay flexible, stay intentional, and keep acting on tech.
Hey there, Jersey and Eastern PA businesses. Ready to take your IT game to the next level? Get excited because Alex Custom Tech is coming your way. We're your go-to for IT support, bringing integrity and trust to every service. From network upgrades to virtualization and even relocating your IT setup, we've got you covered. Stay tuned as we put the finishing touches on our new site. Alex Custom Tech, helping your business thrive with top-notch IT support right in your backyard.
Welcome to Alex Custom Tech, your trusted partner for computer service and repair since 2010. We provide professional consulting services to clients throughout New Jersey and Pennsylvania, offering everything from computer repair to network design and installation. Our focus is on building efficient, results-driven professional relationships with our clients. We work with you to create customized solutions that fit your specific needs, whether you're an individual or an organization. Our comprehensive IT consulting services are designed to make your technology work more effectively for you. We provide solutions that meet your business's performance and utilization demands. Because we understand that when your technology doesn't work, neither do you. We specialize in network design and implementation, taking the pain out of network creation, maintenance, and repair. Our team understands that even minimal downtime can impact your productivity and revenue. That's why we offer 24/7 proactive monitoring and maintenance to strategically optimize and protect your infrastructure. For residential and business clients, we provide affordable and reliable computer repair services, available both on-site and at our location. Our commitment to quality is reflected in our satisfied customers' experiences. We service New Jersey and Pennsylvania. Alex Custom Tech is ready to serve your IT needs. Contact us today at 855-668-6315 or email info@alexcustomtech.com to discover how Alex Custom Tech can help optimize your technology solutions.